See, did you hear the sound of these birds? It's so beautiful and amazing. Okay, so now I hope you're able to hear me. I don't use a mic or the microphone, and I don't know if it's audible, but I want to show you there is this advanced calisthenic skill, and to get to build that skill, you need to have a lot of mobility and stability. And I've covered in one of the videos earlier, but um, a huge problem with people when it comes to stability is, oh, she's smelling my phone from the back. Okay, so here's the problem. Okay, let's see if whoever is watching, try sitting on your feet with the full length of foot on the ground and see if you can. Here's what I notice. A lot of people can't sit that way and they sit like this. And that's because of how their joints are immobile. It's not so much about the strength, but it's just mobility is not there. So how do you build it? Um, with practice, of course. First, to be able to place all of your foot, because a lot of the stuff that I do is single leg move, and you need your full foot on the ground, and you need to grip the ground hard like you would grip with your toes. If you can't put the foot, how would you grip the ground? Not possible, right? So first, just learn to have those feet on the ground. You will start with, let's say you're a complete beginner, and you're gonna start, I don't know, somewhere here. And if you go beyond this point, maybe your feet will, your heels will lift up. Don't go where you're lifting your heels. Go only as far as your feet stay on the ground. So you start here, okay? Let's say this is how you'll begin. It started drizzling. A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more, and eventually you'll get here. And as you'll go lower down, you're going to start feeling some, like tension in these muscles, because now you're engaging more of your quad muscles, right? So it's going to become a mobility plus a strength move. But practice, right? Every day you're going to practice. And if you need some support, what you could do eventually is, I don't know, have a box, right? The goal is to first practice keeping your feet on the ground. Let's say at this point it's becoming really, really hard to stay here. Just touch your bum a little bit. Take a little bit of support. Okay, a little bit of support. But the goal is to keep these on the ground. Now, when you reach that level, right, where you are able to sit with both of your feet on the ground, now you have to practice standing on single leg. That's the next progression. Look, in fitness, everything is about progression. You start from somewhere and you keep moving up, regardless of whether you lift weights or you work with machines or with your body. Working with your body is the hardest way of working out, but it's also the most effective way. Okay, so you are going to start practicing just standing on one leg. That's it. And what it's going to do is it's going to start training you how to leverage these, this area of your foot to stabilize yourself. Now I have a flat foot. You can see it's literally all on the floor. So it's harder for me. I have to create an arch to get that stability. So, just a little, takes a little bit more time. But you're here and you're just standing and you're practicing. You'll do that every day until you can get and stay on it for a minute. How did I come up with a minute? I don't know. I feel like a minute is a mark that's long enough where you can actually move to the next level. That's my own experience. And then what you're going to start doing, you are going to start just what you did with the squats. You are now going to try and learn to squat on your single leg, just like this. I hope the steps are starting to make sense, how the progressions work. Right here, right? And eventually you'll go further down, somewhere like this. Eventually, you'll go even further down, right? Like this. Now, once you have been able to touch the ground, then comes the next level where you are going to put your foot here, okay? See position of the foot right here. And you're gonna start practicing the same thing, exactly same thing. You only changed where you're gonna put your other foot, right? So you're gonna go down, maybe in the beginning, that's all you'll be able to do, which is fine. But slowly and slowly, you are gonna be able to go down and down and down and down and all the way down and come back up. And I never do moves where I'm only covering legs, so I have to do this foot also. It'll actually bother me if I've only used my one leg and haven't evened it out. Okay. Now, what you'll also notice is one of your foot, one of your leg is stronger than other or weaker than other, which is okay. That's why you do isolated moves, so you can figure out which side of your body is weak and then practice it more to equalize it. Gives you a lot of balance when your both sides of your body are in balance and equal in strength, or let's say just balanced. Anyway, so at that point, right? So final body weight level of figure four squat, and trust me, you can achieve it. I started practicing this last year. I would say maybe a year ago, and I couldn't do any of this. I couldn't do it. Well, I could squat down, of course, but I couldn't stand on single leg for that long, and I couldn't do this. But now I can because I practice every day. Okay, I practice. Well, let me not say every day. I actually alternate upper body, lower body. So I practice every alternate day. Right. So here now another way to make it easy is, I don't suggest it, but if you're afraid of falling, get a box. I always use these two yoga blocks because I can move them anywhere and I can take one off, put one back, make it easier or harder. But use that, okay? Stand, and then just so that you don't feel you're gonna fall, right here. Now you're sitting on it. And then try to get back up. Good. Easy, right? Another one. Okay. And once you get to that level, move on. That's going to make it harder. Now, what's the next level? The next level is to, let me show you. I should have had a dumbbell here. And I actually tried the last and the hardest level of this one yesterday, and I could do it with 25 pounds in my hands. But the level is going to be that you're going to actually sit completely and get back up like that. So that's what I'm working on.